Your dog is constantly observing you, sometimes out of sheer loyalty and other times out of curiosity. But there's more to rather than merely monitoring you constantly. Every time they check in, they take a quick purpose. Therefore, what are they truly thinking about? Let's discover the primary cause of their news. Every day. Report dogs are inherently vigilant, constantly aware of their surroundings. They have significantly more acute senses than we have. They detect tiny odors and faint sounds. And with the slightest motions, we may overlook the fact that they are also quite perceptive and mindful of shifts in their surroundings. When something out of the ordinary occurs, as if a squirrel were darting across the yard, a puppy from a neighbor, or a box showing up at your dog's door, doesn't merely observe it. They sense the "I must inform you" that is not arbitrary. They use pacing or barking as a method of keeping you updated. In the wild, members of the pack depend on one another for survival through continuous contact, to remain mindful of any possible dangers. That the same inclination is involved when your dog inquire about you. They sincerely want you to be curious, understand what's going on. So when they overlook you or make small sounds, take a moment to listen expectantly, as they may have some significant news to share. Tell us if you like how your dog keeps. If you're up to date, please like this video to demonstrate their sense of gratitude when it comes to their owners. Security dogs look to feeling of safety with distant senses, sharper than ours, which they can sense with ease. Uncomfortable with strange sights and loud sounds or sudden modifications in their environment, which is why they usually check in on you. It gives them comfort that everything is doing well, and they're secure in the staying near is essential for wild survival. To your dog and the group, their most reliable friend is keen. Strong sense of scent and hearing, things we are unable to do. And when something feels strange, their initial reaction is to check in to make sure you're all right. Not only are they looking for comfort, but they're additionally verifying that their world is safe, and if they observe you at ease and ease, they interpret it as an indication that, number 3, everything is going great. They adore routine. Dogs are incredibly fond of routines. A steady routine is a source of comfort and safety in a world where surprises before bedtime or at mealtime, stroller a little behind schedule. Your dog may begin to inquire about you, make certain that you haven't overlooked there. The built-in clock is remarkably precise. And if they notice something strange, they'll be to remind you that this is a particularly accurate if you have a dog that loves shape, such as a working breed or incredibly smart puppy maintaining. Having a regular schedule makes their calms their fears and assures them that everything is operating without a hitch. So the next time your canine companion shows up, taking a moment to gaze expectantly. Think about it. Did you overlook their dinner? Walk, since they're keeping you in mind. On time is only a method of preserving order. Forth, they want to play with your dog. Just checking in on you, isn't that? They're hoping you'll drop their curiosity. Dogs are everything for a play session, sociable by nature and thrive on having fun and interacting. Even when they see you, they can't help but work or relax, playfully remind you that they're prepared to tug on, wrestle, or chase a ball. If your dog's favorite toy is checking in for playtime all the time, would indicate that they're not receiving adequate physical or mental stimulation. A bored dog may start to whine and nuzzle, or even naughty actions to seize your focus. To maintain their playful, satisfied spirits, make sure they have an organized schedule with lots of engage in enrichment activities for exercise and interacting. Training number 5. Their silent cry for help. Dogs' conduct speaks louder than words when they're feeling ill. Volumes. If your dog exhibits unexpected, become overly attached, or appear to check on more than normal, it can be their method of communicating. Health discomfort ailments, such as canine dementia, conditions like arthritis or others, can make dogs feel exposed and uncertain about their conditions. For an elderly dog to inspect in with you might be how they self-grounding when they experience confusion, discomfort, visual loss, or cognitive deterioration can all lead to this conduct. If your formerly self-sufficient dog has turned nighttime into your tiny shadow, it's worth visiting the veterinarian to rule out any underlying health issues. Problem number 6. They're also a little clingy. If your dog is determined to stay always close to your side, they may possess what is referred to as Velcro dogs. Syndrome. This conduct is particularly typical in dogs who have gone through trauma, abandonment, or neglect. To them, you are more than simply their favorite person. you are everything to them, the world as their secure location. Certain breeds are innately more likely to form this attachment, particularly those bred for labor intimately with people, such as lapdogs or harming animals, even if it may feel wonderful to have such a loyal extreme. Clinginess from a companion might result into separation anxiety, which makes it your dog is under stress when you're not around, nearby, but you can assist them in building self-assurance and autonomy with training regimen and assurance that they will continue to love. However, they won't become alarmed each time. Your dog will stick to you if you leave the room. For example, Glue loves you, so we're refusing to stay with us to tap like to encourage more helpful stuff. Comprehend your dog, you've trained them. Therefore, number 7 is better. Unaware of it? You could be the, why does your dog constantly check on you? Dogs are always very perceptive, attentive to even the smallest changes in your disposition and actions if you pet them out of instinct. Give them a treat, or every time they check in, they smile. Rapidly discover that this behavior gets given to them. It's a straightforward formula. Verifying the status of my human equals symbol love food or even attention. While this is unquestionably cute, if your dog continuously looks for confirmation that it might struggle for independence in order to support, try rewarding yourself for a more balanced perspective. Them at the appropriate times, such as when they are at ease and happy by themselves, instead of when they're making demands. The 8th piece of focus is their protecting. Dogs may be domesticated for their instincts, but their untamed inclinations are still as strong as descendants that they inherited from wolves. A strong sense of protection and loyalty that hasn't diminished over time for them. Your family is more than simply your property, a member of their group. And similar to wool in the wild, wolves feel accountable for ensuring the safety of their loved ones, which is, why do they keep checking in on you? Making sure everything is in its proper place if there are small children, elderly relatives, or anyone more at risk is under their protection. As nature gets more intense, they remain elevated, vigilant, keeping an eye out for anything out of the ordinary, and always prepared to intervene if necessary. Even when there's no actual threat, those tiny glimpse of check-ins around the bend, sitting peacefully next to you or pursuing you from one room to another, are never. The random number 9 is their natural number. Dogs with curiosity have an innate instinct to investigate, and that curiosity is not limited to. In addition to smelling out rewards, it consists of you too. They're not merely arbitrary. They sincerely want to know by checking in. What are you doing? Are you moving? About opening a parcel or just. They are constantly on guard and never sit still, pondering whether something fascinating is occurring. And let's face it, if you're the best friend might covertly open the wouldn't you watch them fridge, that's precisely how your dog perceives you too. Their inquisitiveness indicates an active, focused intellect, and if they're either following or observing you, seeking amusement, or wishing for a delicious surprise for any purpose. Love inquisitiveness, or even a small amount of worry. The frequent check-ins from your dogs are simply their method of keeping in touch with you. Give this video a like if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and share it with other dogs.lovers. Then click the subscribe button. There are never any videos concerning behavior of dogs. I appreciate you viewing and seeing you in the upcoming video.